Welcome to Driving for Dollars Mastery, the best, fastest, and easiest way to find and turn wholesale properties for huge profits. We'll provide you with the tried and true strategies that are guaranteed to help you build your own business by recognizing distressed properties, all from the comfort of your own vehicle. So buckle up and let's get ready to ride with your host, Zack Boothe.
So let's talk about that. So you decided like, hey, I want to get out of doing solar sales, even though you were making pretty good money. I know we've talked about that in the past. You wanted to get into real estate where all you have to do is find the discounted property and you can get paid. You don't have to invest. You don't have to risk money. You just got to find that seller. And like you said, you're proactive. It takes work, takes some marketing dollars. But how much, in the first 3 months, the first couple months, what was it, 2 months? How long did it take you to make 30 grand?
The first month, I was kind of just learning. So, I was just trying to absorb all the knowledge that was out there. I took your course. I did an online real estate course to get my license and all that stuff.
Do you need to have your license though?
You don't. And I actually got I got my 63 credits from the state, and I'm probably never going to go take my test.
Oh, so you didn't even have your test?
No, I didn't even take the test.
That's funny.
I completed the school. But, and it was like, the stuff that I learned there was just more of the stuff that really doesn't apply to a whole lot into what we do.
Yeah.
The driving for dollars and then looking for distressed properties and things. You got your sub-twos, your foreclosure deals. I'm just finding my niche with distressed properties, and because a lot of times we'll find the motivated seller there with the distressed property as well.
Okay. So after you jumped on with me and started working with me, how long did it take to make that 30 grand? Like roughly, do you know roughly how many months?
Like a month. Like seriously, I knocked it out in like a month. And then obviously you got your 30 days to close, and a couple of them in there was a couple of, I had to do a couple addendums as far as extension of contract, but it wasn't much longer. So from first time we started working together to, you started working with the the Driving for Dollars community, you had 30 grand in your bank account in 2 months. So you said the only expenses you have is your marketing. How much did you spend in marketing to do that? Well, I was doing a bunch of mailers. So, depending on how many you get them in bulk, you get a better discount. But then I also have Mojo Dialer. And then I've got a texting platform and whatnot. So not a whole lot of money. Again, it's more about just the time and energy that it takes is what you have to put into it.
Gotcha. Like 10 grand, 20 grand, how much do you spend on marketing?
Probably not quite 10. My problem is I've got a lifestyle built on, what I got it built on. And so not having any income coming in because I put all my focus into real estate. So I was still having to pay my bills and stuff, and I was doing it full time. I jumped into it full time. Okay. I didn't just put one toe in and then just like still do this and still do that. It's like burn my shifts and let's go.
So Shane's a little braver than most. Most people are doing it part-time and that kind of stuff. But Shane had very fast, explosive results because he gave massive, massive amounts of effort.
Exactly. It's do or die trying for me. And that's it. When you've got that 100% commitment, you're going to win. As long as it's more about that belief system. I believe that I could do it. I went out with, just put everything I had into it, and it paid off.
Gotcha. Love it, man. So in the first basically month, you got enough contracts. Was it 2 contracts, 3 contracts to get the 30,000?
Yeah, somewhere right. I think 4.
Oh, it's 4 deals. Okay.
Three of them.
Okay, so you had 3 deals closed, and obviously you've done multiple deals since then, so you don't know the exact number. So around 3 deals to make 30 grand in the first 2 months, and then I know you've been working on this now. You said for 5 months, and we talked about there, and you had a couple dead months after you made that 30,000, and you told me you have $30,000 closing this month. 9,000 of that I know is from me that we're closing hopefully this week. So what happened? Why did all of a sudden you're like, boom, explosive success, and then everything fell off for you? What happened?
And it was more, I kind of just went on easy street, and I talked about that on another podcast or video that we did. Because I had probably close to 100 grand in contracts signed. So I was only paid out like 30. So all the energy that I put into it, I kind of went on easy street. I'm like, okay, cool. I've already got this in the bag. I'm going to take some time off. So I literally just
you're like, I'm gonna make $100,000 in a few months. I'm good.
I'm okay. So because I went hard, man. It was a lot of the balance issue, and I had to find some balance with it. And that was kind of my a learning curve with me, is just how to do this with, wear all the hats and then still find that balance with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just went idle, and I'm like, cool. And then, actually the liens, they're still not resolved. Mm-hmm. So, they're still there.
Let's help the audience understand. So what Shane's saying by liens is he's got these properties under contract, but when someone doesn't pay their bills, or when there's back payments, or they didn't pay taxes or something, you can't sell the house until those debts get paid off. And so that's what he's dealing with. He's trying to figure out how to get those debts cleared, or being able to renegotiate how much they have to pay on those, right?
Correct.
So how many contracts right now are you dealing with that have liens that you thought were guaranteed money?
Man, I tell you, I just got through one that's going to be closing out Friday. And I had to go to the city and get compliance agreements for the new buyer. So I had to market it with some compliance agreements that, they were inheriting the liens. But the ones that I had that I was resting easy on, that are still in the works, some of the judgments were worth more than the house. Mm-hmm. So now the seller had 4 or 5 different homes that he was selling, but he was older in age, and I'd call him back and he would be like, "What lien?" I'd have to explain this, so it really, I almost just walked away from it. So it got to the point there where I was like, man, I got to get back at this. I can't wait around no longer. I got to get back on the horse. Mm-hmm. And then I just, middle of January is when I just decided to take off again. And then, so I put, another 30 grand under contract in about 30 days.
So when you say you put 30 grand under contract, meaning you found another $30,000 worth of income?
Correct. One with you. One's closing Friday. I picked up a check yesterday for $5K. And then I've got another one closing at the end of the month. So actually probably more than 30 grand if I added it.